So listen, I ain't going to be here long. Y'all know I'm driving my car. I'm going to the gym. So I'm not going to be here long, but I want to give y'all some updates because I am going to come live tonight. So that's the first thing I want to say to you all. I'm going to come on live tonight to finish our final part, which is the fourth part of the Great Reset. I want to make sure I do that. I want to give those of you guys about your products. I want to give you guys some updates about your products. That's the second thing I want to do. And the last thing I want to come on here this morning is to tell you about my run-in with COVID. I gotta tell you about my run-in with the virus. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form making any statements. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Because y'all already know how YouTube do. I'm not making any statements to tell you guys what to do, what not to do, what to believe, what not to believe. I want to tell you all just my story. Just my story. Whatever you do with it, you do with it. Because I know some of y'all that watch me are very emotional people and you don't like the things that I say. So you go and you report my video because you really think you hurting somebody and clearly you ain't hurting nobody. But I know how you guys are, right? So I want you to know I'm just telling y'all my story. Now, shout out to Slim Cool. I don't know Slim Cool personally, but many of you guys know I was in Vegas on vacation. And I thought Slim Clue was crazy. I did before I knew who he was, right? I thought he was crazy. And so did my colleague. She thought something was gonna happen to me. Because I came out of a store, I think it was like CVS or something like that. And he was just standing there. And he comes up on me, so I unlatched my purse. Because y'all know I keep stunting on me all the time, baby. Unlatched the purse. My girlfriend walks off to the left. I'm following her to the left. My purse is unlatched. And he says, "Can I ask you a question?" So I'm standing back a little. I'm standing afar from him because I'm like, he about to get it. Play with me if you want to. You're going to see Dr. Shonna on the news tonight. I keep trying to tell y'all. But he was like, "Do you have a YouTube channel? Are you with Michi X?" I was like, "Oh." Ooh, I didn't have to pull it out the purse. You know what I mean? So we had a little conversation, took some pictures. I'm going to post the pictures for you guys. He was nice. So I want to say shout out to Slim Cool. Thank you for the love and the support. I try to keep my life as private as possible, but obviously it's not possible. And that was the first time my colleague slash girlfriend, she never witnessed that. So she was looking at me like, what the fuck? Her eyes was like, really? But this is the norm. This is the norm for me. So I want to say shout out to him, and I thank you. I'm going to post those pictures. You have a blessed day. Now, let me say this. When we got back from Vegas, my girlfriend, a day later, tested positive for COVID. Now, we shared the same room. We went to all the same places. We did all the same things. We had a blast in Vegas. And she tested positive. So she's hacking and coughing and can't breathe and got the fever and the chills and she's fatigued, constantly sleeping, all this stuff. So she said, maybe you should get tested and quarantine because I got COVID. So I said, really, that sucks for you. I said, I feel good, but I'll check. I'll check. So that was on a Thursday. Thursday, I get picked up by my boo from the airport, and I slept over at his house. We're chilling, doing things that couples do. I come home. I feel good. I'm chilling. My boo gets up for work on Sunday in the AM. Comes over to my house. He's sick as a dog. Fever. In the bed. Can't get out of the bed. And I'm like, shit. Oh my God, maybe I should get tested. I hope I didn't give this fool COVID. So I go get tested. And I say to him, babe, you should get tested for COVID. My girlfriend came back from Vegas. She got COVID. You should get tested for COVID. He said, you're going to be wasting your tests because I don't got COVID. I had COVID before, and I got the jab 3 times. 3 times. I got the jab. I'm fully, 3 times. I'm fully jabbed. So I said, okay. I said, I'm going to test you anyway. So I pull out my test. I test him first. I had 2 tests with me. I test him first. He talking all this stuff. Hey, it's just a cold. He gonna bounce back. We're gonna go out later. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I put my clothes back in the closet. We ain't going nowhere. You sick? He came out positive like that. So I said, "Well, oh my God, I should test myself. Maybe I'm asymptomatic, even though I've been good money since having the virus in 2021, January 2021, January 2021, January 2021, and you know I never got the jab, never got the jab. So I said, oh my God, I think I gave it to him. I feel so bad. So I go get my test. Y'all already know what my test was, right? Y'all already know what my test was. Took my test. Did the same exact thing I did to him. My test comes back negative. Negative. I said, ooh, maybe this is a bootleg test. Maybe I gotta go to the real doctor and get the real thing. This is a bootleg test because she positive. My girlfriend is. He positive. So he says, because you know how men are. Y'all know how men are. Men ain't never sick, right? That's what they think. They ain't never sick. So he says, nah, I have to go to the doctor that the force sends me to. Because y'all know how it is, man, you government workers. The force, they send you to their own doctors. So he was like, I got to go to wherever the force sends me. And if my doctor there says I'm positive, then okay, I'm positive. I'll get taken off of the shift. Yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, do what you got to do. So Monday he goes to the doctor that the police force sends him to. He gets tested, PCR test, PCR. He comes back to the house, still sick, can't breathe, coughing, a big baby. Tuesday, I said, call the doctor, see what they say. Tuesday, the doctor said he's positive. The sergeant calls him, gives him the rundown what he has to do. So now he got to be home. He got to be home. And I'm like, well, I'm going to test again in 5 days. I'm going to see what happens. 4 to 5 days, I'm going to test again. Because I don't know. I said, clearly, I've been nursing you. We're in the same bed. We're being adults. Clearly, I'm going to get infected. Going to get infected. Oh, well. It is what it is. I had it before. I'll survive it again. Because, I'm good money with my immunity. I'm good money. I trust my immunity. I trust science. So I said, hopefully my natural immunity kicks in. And if I get it, it doesn't stay too long. That's my attitude. So I wait. Yeah, I took that test again. Took that test again. Negative. Negative. So my girlfriend says, holy crap, you the bionic woman. No, I'm not. I'm not the bionic woman. What the hell you talk about? She said, you the bionic woman. I said, no, I'm not. I said, it's called natural immunity with no jab. That's what it's called. It's called natural immunity with no jab. It's called taking care of your health. It's called herbs, vitamins, remedies, working out. It's called all of that. It's called all of that. So, but here's the thing that was interesting, y'all. Let me tell you about this. I thought I was going to be positive because I had like a little cold. Like it was like my I got congested and I had a slight sore throat for 1 day. For 1 day, I had a slight sore throat and I was congested. Then the next day, I was good money. So I was like, wait a minute, this is weird. This is so weird. This is so weird. So he was like, Don't wait too long, because if you wait too long to get tested, it's going to come back negative and you ain't never going to know. I said, babe, when you want me to get tested? He said, get tested on Thursday. I said, okay. Yesterday I took that test and I recorded it and I sent him the video. So there you go. I'm negative. He was like, that shit don't make sense. I said, why doesn't it make sense? He said, it don't make sense. He said, we did everything under the sun. It doesn't make sense. Making all the jokes. You got this COVID tongue. It doesn't make sense. I was like, yeah, I know, that's crazy. Oh, well. I said, oh, well. So, babe, enjoy yourself with your COVID. Time for you to go home. Need my space. I said, for the sake of it, I'm going to test again before we leave on our trip. I'll test again. See what happens. My girlfriend she losing her mind because she's triple vaccinated too. She triple vaccinated. He triple vaccinated. I'm zero vaccinated. That's what I'm saying. I dodged the bullet. Because I know you can get it more than once. Clearly, he already had it. He had it in December 2020. I had it in January 2021. So you can get it more than once. You can get it more than once. He clearly got it more than once. Right? He clearly got it more than once. So he shouldn't have, because according to what they're saying out there, look at Miss Trina. The vaccine doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. No one said it does. But let's not pretend, Trina. Let's not pretend we didn't hear what they said, that the vaccination is better for people who already had COVID, who develop antibodies, and now they get the vaccination. Though let's not pretend, Trina, because I'm not gonna go through this debate. I'm not gonna go through this debate. But they made it very clear that if you already had COVID and you got the vaccination, you had better protection. They said you had better protection. They said you were considered superior. They gave a pyramid. And in that pyramid, I mean, do we have to pull the receipts? Do I got to pull the receipts? In their pyramid, they said at the tip, the superior was those who previously had it and got vaccinated, fully vaccinated, followed by those who had natural immunity, followed by those who were just vaccinated, followed by those who ain't never had nothing. They've been saying that for a very long time. They're still saying that. They are still pushing the jab. And that's cool. I don't care. Get it. Get it. I don't care. But you cannot deny my story. You cannot deny my story. You can't deny it. You cannot deny that my girlfriend slash colleague is positive, still home. This is her last day home. Fully vaccinated, 3 shots. You cannot deny my dude is home, previously infected, December 2020 with the real COVID, if you know what I mean. I'm being funny when I say the real COVID. But the original strand, 2020, triple vaccinated, and he's positive. You cannot deny my natural immunity. You can't deny it. You cannot deny it. People running around here looking at me like I'm weird. That's cool, baby. That's cool. But make sense of this for me. Make sense of this for me. You said if you had it previously and you were triple vaccinated, you're superior in your protection. That's what was said. Put me on that panel. Put me on that panel. Whoever's your research panel, put me on it. Put me on it. So I say this. Somebody said to me, let's respond to the next person. I'm out. So I gotta work out, y'all. So Sean says, what is the purpose of sharing your story? Is it to influence others to embrace natural immunity? Sean, see, those who've been with me for a while, y'all know how I get down my language, right? But I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice because I was gonna tell Sean to suck something. Because y'all know how I get down. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna answer Sean's question. I'm gonna answer Sean's question. Let me just pull it together. So the dark side of me disappears because she wicked. She wicked. The dark side of me be want to turn around like, you said what to me? What? That you out of your right. So let me stop. Let me stop. So Sean, there's something called testimonies, right? There's something called fair debate. There's something called various points of views. There's something called challenging the narrative. There's something called research. I can give you all these all these different things that are out there, these sayings. So if you take all those things and you think about why I'm telling my story, right? Is because there's been a major narrative that has dominated the scene, that has permeated the thoughts of the American people. I'm not talking about any other country, we're just talking about America. The thoughts of the American people. There has been a big push to create division. It has been major censoring and major silencing of various people, right? Anybody's story who has been different, that has been different from the major narrative, has been ostracized, has been silenced, has been made to feel incapable of understanding biology, understanding immunity, understanding these different things, right? There has been a major push to make us seem like we are crazy, right? We're just rebels. Ignore those people. Let's isolate them. There has been a lot of nastiness and a lot of division to have us fight each other. They have fired people. They have hurt this economy. There's a lot of agendas that's going on right now. And so many of us are walking around oblivious to what's happening. Sean, I think you should watch my Great Reset videos, part 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to come in with the final part today. I think you should really watch it because you have to understand that with every crisis, there is an opportunity. And the people who have the power, the money, the backing, they can create anything and push it out there constantly, 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 constantly. So that they can change your thinking and control your behaviors. And then they can hit you with so many things because now you're so afraid that you're just going to start reacting. There are those of us in this world that are proactive. There are those of us in this world that are reactive, and there are those of us in this world that's strategic. We sit back and we watch. Let me tell you what I mean about strategic. I sat back and I watched. I never told anybody what to do. I told people what my thoughts were. I explained to people the difference between IgM immunity, IgG immunity, T cells. I explained those things to people. I explained those things to people about previous studies on mRNA that came out in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and now all of a sudden it's golden. Studies that were not successful. That's all I'm going to say. Studies that were not successful, studies that did not get continuous funding because it was not successful. Only thing I did was educated people. And my channel got a strike. And I got one more strike and my whole channel gets closed down. The only thing I continue to do is to give other people different perspectives, different thoughts, so that people can think independently for themselves. I believe that people have the right to self-determination. Whatever decisions that people make is what they make for themselves, and I'm okay with it. But if you're going to make a decision, I believe, and maybe I'm a fool, but if you're going to make a decision, you should be making an informed decision where all the information is in front of you. So why I still share my story is because there's been so many people who don't know or they forgot about the concept of informed consent, where they have all the detailed information, the pros and the cons in front of them, and then they can make their own decision because they have a right to self-determination. Now, my story is my story. We can't put my story on everybody, right? We can't put my story on everybody because not everyone takes care of their body the same way I do. Not everyone has the same type of diet that I have. Not everyone is exercising. I'm about to get out of my car now and go into my gym. Not everyone is exercising. Not everyone has good genetics. I'm not telling people what to do or what not to do. I walk into doctor's office and they're always so shocked when I tell them that I'm not immune to majority of these things. I'm not immune to them, and they don't believe me until they do my immunity test and they see I have no IgG on any of that stuff. It doesn't mean it's right, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. It means it was a decision that my mother made for me. And when I became an adult, it means it's a decision that I continuously made for myself. So you're going to tell me that I'm wrong and I'm the crazy one? Am I wrong and I'm the crazy one? Because when you run my blood test, those things that other people have immunity for, I don't. But here I am before you at what age? Hello? Now, it's not going to be everybody's story. It's my story. It's my story. So, Sean, I hope I answered that question. I'm not telling people what to think. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm giving people things to think about. I'm giving people things to think about, right? Science is a collection of thoughts. Science is a collection of experiments. Science is a collection of tests, theories. Science can change, right? Science can be challenged. It's really a collection of tested thoughts, collect tested things that's happening, right? So we're going to do real science. You got to study people like me. If we're really going to do science, you got to study people like me. I'm not the only one. You can't just take people like me and totally dismiss us and say that this is the right way. Because you got to account for that. You got to account for that. That's right, Chaya. Discussion wasn't even allowed, and that's not science. You gotta challenge your thoughts. That's what science is. You gotta challenge your hypothesis. You gotta challenge these things. I am a challenge to that, and a lot of other people like me. A lot of other people like me are a challenge to that. So why are we being silenced? Why are we being ignored? Why are we being pushed aside? Why are we being hidden? You can't tell me boo loving and all, COVID tongue and all, other COVID parts too. But come on, you can't tell me with all that, all of, all of that, really, really, really. Right, that's right, Trina. COVID toes, COVID laughter, COVID hugs, COVID cuddles. You name it. Put a word on it. Put whatever you want to put on it. Put whatever you want to put on it that adults do. COVID, all that, in a bag of chips. That's all I'm saying. Take my blood and study that. Take my blood and study that. Take my blood and study that. I got my immunity test done for COVID 2 months ago, and I was at 86.8. My understanding is anything 12.0 and up is considered immune. I'm at 86.8. That shit be working, B. That shit be working, B. That's what we say in the Bronx, right? Yo, B, that shit be working. I'm just trying to say. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tonight with the last part of the Great Reset, right? I'll see y'all tonight. Again, let's reiterate. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do, what to believe, what to think. I just want you guys to consider everyone's story. Consider it. Consider multiple things. Read a little bit. Go back to the books. Go back to the books. Refresh your understanding of immunity, sickness, viruses, codes, exercising on the body, right? Nutrients and vitamin deficiencies, why vitamin D is really, really important, how zinc actually helps and works. I want you guys just to go and research all of that stuff. Just read about it, just learn about it. And then you make your own decisions. But I bet you right now, my boo was like, babe, the vitamins you was giving me when I was at your house, can you get those for me? He's like, babe, I know that stuff was nasty, but can you give me that oregano oil? Yeah, babe, I'll bring it over. Now, if only I could get him to stop drinking that stupid ass orange juice from the store, right? If only I can get his ass to stop drinking that stupid ass orange juice from the store, thinking it's really helping him. Good Lord. Love you all. See you soon. Peace.